Of a pregnant 27-year-old Aboriginal woman who died in hospital in 2016 has found she was let down by the health system. Naomi Williams died when she was 22 weeks pregnant when she went to hospital with severe pain in the early hours of New Year's Day. She was given painkillers and an ice block before she was discharged, but she died of septicemia hours later. A coronial inquest into the handling of the case has found that she received inadequate care. Human rights lawyer George Newhouse represented Naomi Williams' family in the inquest and joins me now. Good morning to you. What is your read of the findings?
Look, the family are very pleased with these findings. The coroner had found that Naomi suffered substandard care and that implied bias or racism may have played a role in her death. The family want a better relationship with the hospital in Tumut. Local Aboriginal people do not feel safe going there. They drive to either Gundagai or Wagga, and they feel that these findings and recommendations may lead to a new start.
So just elaborate on that, on these claims of racism. Is the suggestion that it is widespread?
Well, certainly that was the message that the coroner received from the local Aboriginal community. Members are not prepared to go to that hospital. They're certainly feeling it, and the evidence that was given before the coroner indicated that there was a troubled relationship between the hospital and the local community. It's on the mend now, but if it wasn't for this death, that wouldn't be the case.
When you say it's on the mend now, what does that mean? Just relations are improving?
Well, one of the good things that has come out of Naomi's death, Naomi's tragic death, is that the hospital is now reaching out to the community. They've put two local Aboriginal community members on the board and on committees. There's a real engagement. You know, we talk about voice. It's vital that local Aboriginal community members have a voice in the running of the hospital, as they are members of the community that use it. And there seems to be a real engagement with the community. But this problem is not limited to Tumut, and it shouldn't take a death to raise people's consciousness of the problem. It's a national problem. Queensland's facing the same issue at the moment, and it happens in hospitals around the country.
So do Naomi's family feel cheated? I mean, could she still be alive today?
Absolutely. They're grieving every day, not just her mum and her best friend, but she had a partner, and they were looking forward to a baby boy in a matter of weeks, and their beautiful relationship was cut short, and everyone in that local community is grieving. Naomi was a beautiful woman, a pillar of that community. Everyone loved her, and yes, they're very much grieving, but I think they found the coroner's findings a bit of a turning point. And I think that if they see real change in the hospital at Tumut and the local area health service, they can start mending.
So what do they do going forward? What are their plans going forward?
Well, the coroner's made some really positive recommendations. Better training, better policies about discharging people from emergency, more Aboriginal health workers 24/7, employment targets to ensure that there are Aboriginal nurses and doctors in that hospital, and a range of other suggestions, including improving representation on committees. And I think those suggestions need to be implemented not only in Tumut, but around the country, and you'll see better healthcare everywhere.
All right, George Newhouse, thank you so much for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
15